Men are naturally drawn to women who possess a certain quality, an unshakable sense of self. It's not about dominance or seeking validation, but about understanding one's own worth and moving through the world with that clarity. Men, deep down, desire a woman who knows who she is and is unafraid to stand by that. This isn't about bravado or loud self-assuredness, but rather the quiet confidence that comes from living authentically. When a woman is anchored in her truth, when she isn't swayed by the opinions of others or constantly seeking approval, men recognize that as strength. It's attractive because it signals stability, both internal and external. Men instinctively look for women who are comfortable with solitude, who do not need the presence of others to feel complete. It's not about being lonely, but about being self-reliant in emotional terms. This doesn't mean a woman doesn't appreciate connection. On the contrary, it shows that she values relationships, but isn't dependent on them for validation or purpose. This independence is magnetic because it reflects resilience, a quality that men admire deeply. They want a partner who can bring calm to chaos, not someone whose happiness is tethered to their every move. This doesn't mean men don't care, but rather that they respect women who can find contentment in themselves. Men are drawn to women who understand the power of boundaries. It's not about being cold or distant, but knowing where one's limits lie and sticking to them. Boundaries aren't walls. They're a form of self-care and self-respect. A woman who sets healthy boundaries communicates strength because it shows she knows what she values and is willing to protect it fiercely. Men want to be with someone who isn't easily manipulated or swayed, but someone who has the strength to walk away from anything that isn't aligned with her core beliefs. This clarity of purpose becomes magnetic as it suggests emotional maturity, something men respect. Men are drawn to women who cultivate a sense of purpose and ambition beyond simply attracting attention. It's not about chasing wealth or accolades for the sake of validation, but about pursuing a mission, a meaningful path in life. Men respect women who have goals, who work towards something greater than themselves. This kind of drive isn't intimidating, it's inspiring. It shows that she's committed to something larger than fleeting pleasures, and men admire that because it reflects maturity. Men want someone who has a vision, someone who knows how to channel her energy into meaningful contributions, someone who challenges herself. Men choose women who radiate authenticity, a genuine connection to their own emotions and thoughts. It's about being unapologetically oneself, without pretense or facades. Men can sense when someone is putting on an act or trying too hard to impress, and that doesn't appeal. They are drawn to women who speak from the heart, who own their own truths, even when it's difficult. It's attractive because it signals clarity and a refusal to be shaped by external expectations. Men want women who don't lose themselves in pleasing others, but remain rooted in their own values. This authenticity creates an undeniable magnetism that draws men closer because it offers a glimpse into who a person truly is. Men are consistently attracted to women who lead with kindness, not a superficial kindness designed to gain favor, but a genuine compassion for others. It's not about seeking praise or approval, but about having a genuine care for the well-being of those around her. Men value women who demonstrate empathy, not just as a fleeting reaction, but as a steady presence in her life. This kindness doesn't make a woman weak, it makes her stronger. Men respect women who can be both kind and strong, who can hold others gently while standing firm in their own beliefs. This duality is something men gravitate toward, as it reflects the balance of tenderness and strength they admire. Men gravitate toward women who have cultivated resilience, the ability to bounce back from setbacks without being broken by them. Life is full of challenges, and how one responds to adversity speaks volumes. Men want a partner who doesn't crumble in the face of difficulty, but someone who meets struggles with courage. Resilience doesn't mean going through life unscathed, but rather being able to navigate the storms and emerge stronger on the other side. A woman with this quality shows strength of character, someone who knows how to carry herself with grace, even when circumstances are far from ideal. Men admire this because it reflects someone capable of enduring hardship without losing hope. Men also choose women who value their own independence, but not in the sense of isolation or detachment. Rather, it's the understanding that self-worth isn't tied to another person. It's about cultivating one's own identity apart from being in a relationship. Men respect women who have the strength to stand alone if necessary, who don't define their existence solely through a partner. This isn't about shutting out others, but rather having the clarity to know that happiness doesn't come from being dependent on someone else's company. Men want partners who bring richness to life but don't lose themselves in it, who are whole within themselves before joining with someone else. Men seek women who possess a quiet resilience, an inner strength that isn't flashy or obvious but comes from deep within. It's the kind of strength that shows itself through perseverance and quiet determination. It's not about shouting for attention or seeking validation, but about moving forward with purpose, even in the face of challenges. Men want someone who doesn't seek drama or conflict, but knows how to navigate life's difficulties with grace. This quiet resilience isn't about needing to prove anything, but simply about being unwavering in the pursuit of one's own path. It's this calm strength that men are naturally drawn to, because it reflects stability and emotional maturity. Men are naturally inclined toward women who cultivate a strong sense of self-love, not in the superficial sense of self-adoration, but as a deep appreciation for who they are as individuals. This self-love doesn't mean being arrogant or self-centered, but rather the understanding that one's worth isn't tied to external validation. Men are drawn to women who have learned to stand firmly in their own identity and are comfortable in their own skin. A woman who loves herself in this way radiates authenticity and confidence, which naturally attracts others. It's not about seeking admiration from others, but about carrying oneself with the knowledge that one's own value is innate and unshakable. Men choose women who are emotionally intelligent, those who can read not just their own feelings, but also the emotions of others. This kind of emotional intelligence isn't about being overly sensitive, but rather the capacity to navigate complex social dynamics with awareness. Men admire women who can communicate effectively, who understand the subtleties of human interaction, and who can respond to others with empathy. It's this emotional depth that allows for meaningful connections, both personally and professionally. A woman with emotional intelligence knows how to engage with the world in ways that create harmony, not by controlling others, but by fostering mutual understanding and respect. Men are often drawn to women who have the courage to pursue discomfort, not as a means of self-punishment, but because they understand growth lies beyond the edge of comfort. Life rarely unfolds in predictable ways, and men admire women who can face the unknown with bravery. It's not about recklessness, but about recognizing that stepping into new challenges is necessary for personal evolution. Men want partners who aren't afraid to confront fears, who can move forward even when the path isn't clear. This kind of courage isn't about seeking danger, but about embracing opportunities that lead to self-improvement. Men respect women who know that growth often demands stepping outside of one's comfort zone. Men are inherently drawn to women who have a sense of purpose beyond just pleasing others. It's not about being selfish or unattainable, but about having a life that is driven by more than just external validation. Men want women who are pursuing something greater, whether it's a passion, a career, or a personal mission. A woman who lives with purpose radiates a compelling energy because it shows she has vision, discipline, and a commitment to personal growth. This kind of intentional living doesn't make her self-centered. Rather, it makes her someone who knows how to direct her focus on what matters most. Men respect women who are driven by their own sense of purpose because it reflects maturity and clarity. Men are often captivated by women who carry themselves with a quiet dignity, a poise that comes from knowing who they are and what they stand for. Dignity isn't about needing to draw attention or seek validation, but about holding oneself with grace and humility. It's the way a woman moves through the world with confidence, but not arrogance. Men are drawn to women who exude a quiet strength, someone who doesn't need to shout to be heard because their actions speak louder than words. This dignity signals stability, integrity, and self-respect, all qualities men admire deeply. It's not about perfection, but about the steadiness and grace that comes from staying true to one's values. Men often seek out women who have a vision for life, not just a plan, but a mental framework for how they want to engage with the world. It's not about having everything figured out, but about having a clear sense of direction and being willing to course correct along the way. Men value women who think beyond immediate gratification, who can set goals and work towards something meaningful. A woman with vision brings purpose and direction to her life, which naturally extends into her relationships. Men are drawn to women who know where they're headed, who are driven by long-term aspirations, and who can inspire those around them to join in their journey. Men often feel a magnetic pull toward women who understand the importance of cultivating patience. In a world where everything seems to move at lightning speed, patience becomes a rare but invaluable trait. It's not about waiting endlessly, but about trusting the process and allowing things to unfold in their own time. Men admire women who have the wisdom to understand that good things take time, whether it's personal growth, career success, or the development of meaningful relationships. Its patience isn't about passivity. It's about having the fortitude to endure challenges without losing hope. Men respect women who can hold space for things to evolve naturally, because it reflects emotional maturity and self-awareness. Men are often drawn to women who have a deep sense of gratitude. Not simply for surface-level things, but for life's experiences, both the good and the difficult. Gratitude isn't just about appreciating what you have, but about acknowledging life's lessons, humility. Men admire women who carry a sense of thankfulness because it reflects an appreciation for what really matters. Connection, growth. A woman who lives with gratitude doesn't take things for granted, and this attitude makes her magnetic. Men want someone who brings light into their life, someone who appreciates the beauty in the everyday moments, and who can cultivate a shared sense of abundance. Men choose women who are willing to invest in themselves, emotionally, intellectually, and spiritually. This self-investment isn't about vanity, but about commitment to personal development. Men are drawn to women who know the value of self-care, who continuously seek to expand their understanding, and who are invested in becoming the best version of themselves. This growth-oriented mindset isn't about seeking perfection, but about a willingness to learn, to evolve, and to embrace life's challenges as opportunities. Men admire women who understand that investing in oneself is one of the greatest gifts you can give to both yourself and to those you care. Men are often drawn to women who have a clear sense of self-worth, someone who doesn't define their value based on external circumstances or the opinions of others. It's this self-awareness that makes a woman truly attractive. Men respect women who know their own worth, not out of arrogance, but because they've cultivated a deep understanding of their own unique strengths and contributions. When a woman carries herself with this confidence, men are drawn to her not because she seeks validation, but because she naturally commands respect. It's an energy that exudes from within, a quiet recognition of one's own potential and the willingness to pursue it. Men look for women who are emotionally grounded. Those who aren't easily swayed by emotional highs and lows, but who remain steady amidst life's ups and downs. This doesn't mean she doesn't feel deeply, but it means she has learned how to manage her emotions in a way that isn't reactive or overwhelming. Men are attracted to women who can navigate emotional complexity with calmness because it shows maturity. It's the kind of emotional intelligence that doesn't lead to chaos, but instead brings balance to relationships. A woman who can stay grounded amidst life's challenges becomes a source of strength. Someone who knows how to respond thoughtfully and wisely. Men often seek women who have a strong sense of purpose. Those who have something meaningful they're working toward, something that drives them beyond superficial desires. It's not about a job title or external success alone. It's about having a mission, a reason for being. Men admire women who live with intention, who dedicate themselves to something that goes beyond momentary pleasures. When a woman is on a path she's passionate about, men recognize that as attractive because it shows she's driven by more than just fleeting desires. This purposeful energy becomes magnetic because it reveals someone who knows how to channel their energy into something greater. Men also appreciate women who have learned to stand alone when necessary. It's not about independence for the sake of being alone, but rather the understanding that self-worth isn't tied to always being in a relationship. Men are drawn to women who have learned how to cultivate their own sense of self without needing someone else's validation to feel complete. It's this quiet confidence that comes from knowing that one's happiness doesn't depend on being partnered. Men respect women who understand that fulfillment comes from within and who carry themselves with that knowledge. Someone who doesn't fear solitude because they know how to find peace within themselves. Men are naturally attracted to women who have integrity, a deep commitment to staying true to their values and principles. Integrity isn't about perfection, but about having a moral compass and sticking to it, even when it's difficult. Men look for women who live with honesty and authenticity, who act in alignment with their core beliefs, even when no one is watching. This kind of integrity doesn't make a woman rigid or inflexible. It makes her trustworthy. It shows that she values doing what is right over what is easy. Men respect women who have integrity because it reflects a deep level of character. Men gravitate toward women who have a vision for the life they want to create, a mental clarity about the direction they're headed. It's not about having everything perfectly mapped out, but about having a sense of where they want to go and what they want to achieve. Men admire women who can think long-term, who plan for the future but also adapt as life unfolds. It's this intentionality that makes a woman compelling, someone who isn't aimless but who understands that life requires focus and dedication. Men want a partner who can envision what's possible and work toward building it. And men often feel drawn to women who have cultivated patience, not as an act of passivity, but as a reflection of their understanding that good things take time. Patience isn't about waiting endlessly. It's about trusting that things will unfold in their own right time. Men appreciate women who can manage their expectations and have the wisdom to know that rushing through life's process only leads to unnecessary stress. It's this calm acceptance of timing that makes a woman more grounded and steady. Men respect women who can endure uncertainty without losing hope because it shows resilience and emotional maturity. Men choose women who have a deep sense of gratitude, not for superficial things, but for the broader experiences of life. Gratitude isn't just about saying thank you, but about acknowledging the lessons life brings even when they're hard. Men are drawn to women who carry this sense of thankfulness because it shows that they understand the value of life's moments, both joyful and difficult. A woman who lives with gratitude doesn't take things for granted, and this appreciation becomes a powerful energy. Men respect women who can find beauty in the ordinary, who recognize the richness in small things, and who live with a sense of abundance. Men gravitate toward women who have a quiet strength, a resilience that comes not from shouting or demanding, but from enduring with grace. This strength isn't about being loud or confrontational, but about having the fortitude to move forward, even when things get tough. Men want women who can face challenges without becoming discouraged, who possess the emotional depth to navigate life's storms. It's this subtle yet unwavering resilience that men find most attractive, because it signals emotional maturity and the capacity to weather life's hardships without breaking. It's a strength that is rooted in calm determination, and it draws men in naturally. Men are also drawn to women who understand the value of balance. Not just balance in relationships, but balance within themselves. It's the ability to harmonize different aspects of life, career, personal growth, relationships, and self-care, that makes a woman truly magnetic. Men admire women who know how to manage their time, who aren't constantly stretched thin, and who understand the importance of maintaining equilibrium. A woman who can navigate life with balance shows emotional intelligence and maturity, because it reflects her capacity to handle multiple demands without sacrificing her peace or well-being. Men want partners who know how to sustain themselves and who can bring that same calm to their lives. And men often seek women who have a rich inner world, a life of curiosity, learning, and exploration. It's not about needing constant external stimulation, but about having a desire to expand intellectually, emotionally, and spiritually. Men admire women who possess a thirst for knowledge, whether that's through reading, engaging in new experiences, or reflecting on life's deeper questions. A woman with an active mind and a desire to grow is captivating because it shows she's constantly evolving, always seeking to learn more about herself and the world. This depth of thoughtfulness becomes a source of attraction because it creates meaningful conversations and shared moments of discovery. Men value women who have cultivated independence in every sense, not just financially, but emotionally, intellectually, and spiritually. Independence isn't about isolation, it's about self-reliance and the ability to stand on one's own without feeling the need to constantly rely on others for support. Men are drawn to women who are self-sufficient, not in the sense of cutting themselves off from others, but in knowing how to navigate life's challenges with resilience and confidence. This emotional independence is attractive because it signals strength, an ability to be whole without needing someone else to complete her. Men appreciate women who have learned to set boundaries, not from a place of defensiveness, but from a place of self-respect. Boundaries aren't walls, they're guides that help protect one's energy, time, and mental well-being. Men want partners who understand how to communicate their needs clearly and who don't allow others to encroach on their values. It's this kind of strength that shows self-awareness and maturity. A woman who sets boundaries in a healthy way shows that she knows what she deserves and won't compromise that for superficial gains. Men respect women who understand the value of saying no when necessary and who stand firm in what matters most to them. Men seek women who are driven by purpose, those who are working towards something greater than just themselves. It's not about ambition alone, but about having a mission, a reason to move through life with intention. Men are drawn to women who live with clarity, whether that's through their career, their personal passions, or their larger life goals. This sense of purpose gives life meaning and direction, and it's the kind of energy that draws men in naturally. A woman with purpose doesn't need to rely on others to give her life meaning. She already has a vision and works toward it steadily, making her a compelling and inspiring partner. Men look for women who have cultivated patience, an ability to endure the waiting period, the uncertainty, and the gradual unfolding of life's process. Patience isn't passivity. It's about trusting that things will come together in their own time, without rushing or forcing outcomes. Men admire women who have the wisdom to understand that good things take time, whether it's personal growth, relationship development, or achieving long-term goals. Patience reflects maturity because it shows emotional stability and the ability to see things from a broader perspective. Men respect women who can hold space for things to evolve naturally without losing faith. Men are often captivated by women who have a deep sense of gratitude, not for fleeting things, but for the larger experiences of life. Gratitude isn't just about expressing thanks, it's about appreciating the fullness of life's moments, both the joyful and the difficult. Men admire women who carry a sense of thankfulness because it reflects a grounded perspective, a recognition of life's lessons, even in its challenges. A woman who lives with gratitude doesn't take things for granted, and this gratitude becomes a source of positivity that others want to be around. Men value women who can find beauty in the small things and who live with a sense of abundance. Men are drawn to women who have a quiet strength, a strength that is not loud, not demanding, but is simply present. This strength comes from within, a calm resilience that allows her to endure life's difficulties without becoming overwhelmed. Men want partners who can face challenges with grace, who don't seek attention or validation, but who quietly carry themselves with the knowledge that they have the fortitude to move forward. It's this subtle but profound resilience that men find most attractive. A quiet strength that shows emotional maturity, stability, and a refusal to give up, no matter the odds.